channel. Today we're going to be doing sort of like an emotional release.
Of course, yeah.
Because this man here doesn't want us to use therapy, but basically it's just kind of, we're going to be talking about things that have hurt us, relationship wise, and how we have gotten to this point where we are.
Where we are, of course. Very important.
Okay, so first off, we're going to talk about our our past relationships.
True.
We're going to start off with the number of relationships that we've been in. I have been in. Wait, I'm so sorry. I need to count. You know. I've been in 4 relationships.
Well, me. Serious relationships. 4 or 5. Not so sure. 4 or 5.
Anyway, those are the relationships. Okay, I've been in 4. You've been in 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Cannot. So they play with woman heart now.
How do they play with woman heart?
You guys see what we're dealing with. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about like the relationship that did the most damage or that left us the most heartbroken or whatever. I heartbroken in 2. Okay, when I was in university and my last relationship.
Well, for me, I started dating quite early, I think. And my first
relationship. Tell them how early. What do you mean by early?
I started dating early. Okay, I started dating early, no university though. Secondary school. And
when some of us were preparing our careers, our lives, some people were dating.
It doesn't mean I wasn't a good student, but the first relation I had was quite messy because after that relation, it took me about 3 years to get over it. And I was quite childish at that point because, well, I was dating this girl. It was good, fine. Along the line, she had something with, like calling my friend now, an acquaintance, but yeah, she had something with a friend of mine. So that ended the relationship. And what I did then was that whenever she called, after she called to apologize and stuff, once she calls, I break the scene immediately. I was that heartbroken. Like once I see her number, once I pick a call and it's her number, I break the scene immediately. I did that for I think like 6 months.
6 months. Yeah. You're changing.
I was changing, consistently for 6 months.
Oh God.
It was that bad for me because I believe when it comes to matters of the heart, I take it quite serious, especially when I know what I feel for that person.
He's a type that wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, so don't be breaking my arm. But anyway, that's by the way.
What is wrong with you?
But that first relationship was fun while it lasted. It lasted for 3 years, by the way. When we broke out.
It was fun while it lasted?
For 3 years, yeah. That's fun. Till whatever happened. And after that time, I just told myself, like, I wasn't going to put myself in that position again. And it took me 3 years to get over her.
What exactly did she do? What's the damage she did?
Okay, she slept with a friend of mine.
That's just the one thing that she did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
Wow.
She slept with a friend of mine. And although she was one who I knew, but then I got her to actually tell me herself because I believe in hearing things from whoever it is I have an affair with. And she told me, and that thing just messed you up. I felt like a complete fool. So that was my first, and what I learned from it was, okay, before I did something. For those 3 years we were dating, I never touched her simply because.
Was it sin?
No, it wasn't a sin.
It was celibate for the 3 years.
When I was asking her out, she told me something. She was like, okay, I just wanted to sleep with her. And I was like, I wouldn't do that. So I said, okay, fine, I'll prove myself to you. That was one thing I did. And what I learned from that was, even if, yes, what happened, I believe I wasn't matured enough then. Neither was she. And that was what I wasn't just the perfect guy with me sticking to my decision, being so stubborn and saying, okay, I said it. I wasn't going to change my mind about it. So that I learned not to just make a decision and completely put all my energy into it. Although I still do that sometimes, it's a learning process for me. Hopefully I'll get there, sure. hopefully I get to that point where.
Well,
but now I'm flexible. I'm flexible
he's
now.
more flexible because myself, I'm also a rigid person. So if you want to do that rigid something with me, not going. But anyway, so I had that was the only relationship that did
that one did the most damage, and the second one was after I took the break with her. That was the second one. That was after secondary school, university. That was for I think 3 years or 2.5. Although we were sort of off and on. That was same thing again. Me being rigid. She did certain things, cheating and stuff, but I was.
Why they always cheating on you?
I don't know really. If I could see one of them, I would definitely want to hear from them. But I think I don't need that closure now because it's really none of my business at this point.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm in a happy place now, so it's really none of my business. That one happened with her. And I didn't break up the first time. I didn't break up the second time. Yeah, I know you guys might be wondering why. Why was my word is my bond? I told her personally, I won't end this relationship unless I don't feel anything for you. So because of that singular reason, I didn't break up. But when I did, I knew I was completely over her. I broke.
You're such a man, you keep your word. How you tell a woman that I will not break up with you unless I fall out of love?
My word is my bond, basically.
Anyway, so I dated someone in university. My first relationship in university. I did not date anybody throughout. Oh wait, that's not true. I dated one post-secondary, pre-university. Okay?
Yeah.
But I wasn't very serious about it because all I was focusing on was my education, my career. That was all that was in my mind. So when he asked me out, I was like, okay, you know what, let's do it, but it's low-key. So when I broke up with that one, I dated somebody my final year. And I was just when I was going for NYSC, so it was going to be like a long distance relationship. Obviously, long distance does not work for everybody. My post-secondary school relationship was long distance, and it didn't do anything for me. I didn't like it, so I decided that any relationship after that would be
has to be close.
Yes, I need to be able to see the person, just let him be around. And so when I was going for NYSC, I was like, okay, you know what, we'll try and make this work because I love you so much, blah, blah, blah. And then I used to try during NYSC to come and see him. So during one of those, my NYSC, one of my
visitations.
Yes. Turns out that he had cheated on me with my then neighbor who was in school. So
you're not a bad guy,
man, he did not even take the cheating far away. It was like legit in my own yard or something. I was pretty devastated because, and then the girl tried to call me to talk to me, to tell me that she's sorry, blah blah blah. In my head I'm thinking, you knew he had a girlfriend, you knew it was me. There's nobody that did not know at that point in time that we were dating.
Yes.
You knew it was me.
Yes.
And you still went ahead to sleep with him. So wow. You know the funny thing, he didn't even tell me. It was another friend that, how do I put this now? She acted like she was on a phone call with him. Me, I was just sitting. So she acted like, okay, like talking to him like, so you cheated, you did not tell Naz, that kind of situation. So I overheard, obviously I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, wow. And that's how that one ended. Like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Once you've done something, that's a deal breaker.
And once I'll call it principle because
okay. Let's say principle.
Yeah, people don't understand that human beings can literally die from heartbreak. So, but some people just go ahead to do it. In Nigeria now, we call it catching cruise, and you just fuck a person up, and pardon my language, please. You just do that, and you think, oh, I mean, it's nothing. Everybody does it. Well, newsflash: not everybody do that to people.
Not everybody does that.
Not everybody does that.
Okay. Well, that was what was done to me, and then he wanted us to keep going. He apologized and everything, but I'm thinking, you know what? You're still in school. He had just entered the uni at that time. He changed schools. He was in a private university, but something happened. Long story. Basically, he was in like first year, and I was NYSC. So it's like, there's no point, there's no future here, there's no point, because by the time I'm sorting out my life, you're still in school.
How am I sure you're going to be loyal?
Thank you. After this one thing, like, I had trust issues back then. Like, okay, you have done this right now. You can't tell me to still give you my love, loyalty, affection, and everything when I am not certain that this is. So that one did damage to me. I was like, you know what, whatever. And then my relationship before this one, was all good. Everybody was mature. We talk and everything, but we had communication issues. Okay, I know some therapists or relationship counselors or whatever tell you that communication is important. You cannot overemphasize that. I learned that the hard way. I used to think of somebody that, I'll talk. I learned I don't talk either. Okay, this guy, it was just something else, and he was 10 years older than me. 10 years. So that is to tell you, apparently it's not just how old a person is. They might not be mature enough to handle certain situations, and I was just annoyed. He would, I don't even know if I should give huge details like that, but he would owe me money and tell me he would pay back at this time and then not give me back. Like, it was just annoying. So that was what happened in this relationship.
What mine did to me, those two in particular, was that I started getting these trust issues. I found it hard to trust anything you call a girl, a woman.
Wow.
The only girl I could trust at that point was the one who hasn't been born. that
Not
was
even your sister.
Like I couldn't even trust anything in women. Because I knew what it did. I knew what it did to me. I knew how it made me feel, and I didn't want to experience that again. Although at some point I was like, okay, since it has happened to me, let me start doing the same thing to other people. But at some point I was like, what's the point? Because I knew how it made me feel, so it won't make any sense to make someone feel that same thing, because it's a chain reaction. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. So I just gave myself time, thought about it, and I just thought, okay, if I get what I'm looking for, good. If I don't, then probably end up single. That was the final decision I came to. Like,
I think we both came to that decision. Yeah. Like, after my last relationship, I was like, you know what, I'm not even stressing out at this point. When people ask me what's up, I'll be like, find boyfriend for me, or find man for me, or because me, I'm not going to put myself through that stress. So.
Well, then for me, I realized that I want to give 100% because I know what it feels like to get hurt. I know what it feels like to just give your all to someone and then just smash it right back in your face. Especially when your own friend is pounding her to dust.
Ew! That's what you're. Oh my goodness!
To get it out. I had to get it out.
That's gross.
I had to get it out. So I'll give 100%, and if whoever my partner is not willing to give that, then I'm good on my own. I'd rather stay on my own than be with someone I can't have confidence in. So that was my decision. But then I was hurt. It took a long time for me to get over the trauma and everything mentally and emotionally too.
How long did it take you?
The first took me 3 years. The second, possibly, I think 2. Because then it was just, okay. And funny enough, even the day I broke up with her, she still felt like, it's just joking. I mean, he loves me that much. It's just joking. I hate being taken for granted. I hate it. You want me to be a complete, what's the word now? Complete mungo. I will, but don't just take me for granted. I hate it. And I think a lot of guys, a lot of ladies don't even, nobody likes it. But me personally, I take it like, I press P for the matter. I take it so serious. So serious. I hate it.
Anyway, after that first relationship, it took me a few months. I got over it in a few months. And then the second one, this last one, took me 2 years. Yeah. So we're better now. So what we learned that has brought us to this point where we are like very good with each other, we're in a healthy relationship, is we talk. Okay? Everything we communicate how we are feeling, because it's so easy to misunderstand the way a person feels, and I'm pretty guilty of that.
True.
Because he might tell me something and I will interpret it in a way that he did not mean it. And so what we try to do nowadays is, when you tell me something, if I'm not clear on how to interpret that feeling, I ask questions.
Ask questions. Yeah, and there's something that I learned to being accountable to your partner. You have to, you're going this place, I'm here, I'm doing this, let your partner know it's best you let them know. Not because you're scared of them or because you think they are going to scold you, but it's important you just talk. So I learned that too, and okay, this is what's up, and if there's something I'm going through, I have to let you know, tell you about it, and if possible, break it down the way a baby would even understand.
Because it makes it easier to understand.
It easier to understand that way than to just assume, okay, this person is just going to understand. So that's basically what I learned from my relationships.
Yeah. So we're in a good place. We're still learning things about each other as we go on. And today's our anniversary, by the way. It's a very weird video to make on our anniversary.
On our anniversary, yeah. But we've come a long way now. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
We've grown, we've improved.
We're still growing. Well.
So guys, if you've had
if you can relate, really.
If you can relate, we'd like to know in the comment section.
Yeah, tell us. Let's know how it was for you and how you got over it.
How you got over it. If you have gotten over it. And if you haven't, well, part-time I'm a counselor. I can help. It's just bang me an email and I'll get back to you.
That sounds wrong. You can't say that.
Okay, send
an email to arizandisis@gmail.com or send us a DM.
Send us a DM.
Instagram at ARI AND NAZO. If you have VPN, use Twitter. At ARI AND NAZO. Okay.
Because Nigerian thing now is crazy. So, but at the end of the day, if there's anything I want people to take out of this, that no relationship is perfect. You don't like find a healthy relationship. It takes time. You make it. It takes time. It's lots of work. It's hard work. Something you're not getting paid monthly or weekly.
Can I just say? Okay, I'm going to rephrase. I'm pretty sure most people know who Pastor Mildred Kingsley Okonkwo is. She said something, and I'm taking that.
Okay.
Now she was talking about marriage, but I'm going to use relationship. It's like it is not. I can't remember how she put it, but it is an assignment. Okay, so for me, I'm going to take this as an assignment because I want this to lead in a to be a healthy type situation. Yeah, so it's an assignment. We have to work. You have to work. You always have to pray. We always try to pray. We always communicate. You know, these things.
So guys, just let us know. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for subscribing.
Thank you for liking,
sharing.
Please like, share, comment,
and if you're seeing this video for the first time, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment.
He's Ari and I'm Nazo.
That's us. We are that weird Igbo couple.
That Igbo couple. We are that Igbo couple.
But we're weird. We are.
There you go.
Anyway, guys, that's it for now.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to us.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for everything.
We'll see you on the next one.
See you in the next one.